People have cut down trees because they need fuel wood. People have cut down trees because they need to construct homes. It is important that people do have access to forest and timber resources, but this needs to be on a sustainable basis.
As we go towards the development of our country, we need power. We need power to run processing facilities. We need power for different activities, most industries. We need power for home consumption. We need power in restaurants. Most of the things we are buying recently, they need charging. You need fridges, you need phones, everything is running on power. So power is basically needed in our day-to-day lives.
We have the land and we have the climate where trees can grow. Therefore, growing our own resources, import substitution, is just a clear case. Importing means we are spending precious dollars to bring in a resource that we can readily produce at home. Action is needed now. Action was needed actually yesterday in terms of getting people to invest in plantations, getting people to plant a tree, plant 2 trees, put up a small woodlot, and getting the national consciousness raised on the importance of maintaining the watersheds, of maintaining the biodiversity of our remaining few natural forests.
The whole process begins with the mother garden. I have got a fairly big mother garden of about 20,000 ramettes, and that's where we pick our cuttings. Whenever you come across a coppice with a plus sign, don't make it like a cross. That's what we call a good coppice.
I'm doing harvesting.
We raise about 500,000 seedlings annually. They are using a rooting hormone to stimulate the rooting. After 3 months, then they will be ready now for planting out into the field.
Plantations were very, very important to my upbringing. My family, my brothers and sisters, it was the source of our school fees. And so, if you planted a belt of plantations around natural forests, you are in one way protecting the natural forest and directly contributing to tourism and to the wildlife therein. And even up to now, my parents have sold firewood, small bit by bit, but they earn every day. We have sold timber, and remember, we don't have a big piece of land. Our land is about 5 acres, and that's where we grow food, that's where we stay, that's where we have everything. In my village, a tree, let's say eucalyptus, of 8 to 13 years, ranges between 80,000 and 120,000 per tree. And if you can imagine, most of the school fees for average schools is about 300,000 to 600,000. So that means every term, 5 trees can pay fees for your child.
These forests are going to release the oxygen which is utilized by the human being for respiration. This is our oxygen gas.
Very good. Can we clap hands for him?
Sandra, you run very fast and tell the warden to come and open for us the generator room. Being a rural-based school and fat-rich school, we don't have power here. And indeed, power has been one of the highest, #1 challenge of the school. So this is the generator that we are using now. It is a petrol-powered generator. I've been here for 7 years as a school leader. We have managed to produce over 1,000 professionals. The ratio is about 1 to 8 learners, so it is very hard for the teacher to manage such a big number of learners on one computer. It becomes very hard.
I thank my father because he paid for me school fees. He paid for me from senior 1 up to where I am.
Yeah.
And he managed.
Yeah.
There may be other students at school that can't manage, but for us we are lucky.
Yeah, we are lucky.
You must be very proud of him.
Yeah. This is my home where I am used to live. I got a land title of this place. As a resident of this sub-county, we are having a problem of electricity, which would have been good for the company because it has all the potential to get poles, treated poles, and combine together with the government so that we can get electricity from Kasanda up to this place. We benefit and the company benefits, though the company can benefit through its sawmill. They utilize a lot of fuel, which is expensive. I'm also the outgrower of that community. But the problem is those middlemen bargaining. We don't get enough money from the company because the middlemen also want to earn some money from the what? From the grower. Yet he's the one who has suffered for the growth of those plants.
Ekitundu kyaffe wali ebukuya kubanga ekifo nkirina nga nsubira nti nyinza okufuna miliyoni nga 2 mu miti gino.
The money he has gotten from this plantation is not what he expected to get. His expectation was that he would have gotten about 200 million. They gave him 13 million.
Naka petrol station kange kentandise wali bwe nagenda mu gundi yemu nengulayo pampu nina abaana bange ababadde bakamala university naye omunda muwadde omulimu nalwekyo ku lwekyo ndi musanyufu.
Buli lwe ngenda kimpa obudde okutunuulira omuti ogwo ndaba ettaaga ewaffe wennyini ewaka nafuba nnyo kuba ebeerako waggulu mugundi futi nga 3 nafuba nnyo okusaba eddala ndaba ettaaga eyo era nalaba nga New Forest Company nekindaga nti nange omukono gwange gutambula muki era neŋŋamba mama wange nti eyo ttaaga olaba eva mu miti gyaffe eri nanga muti gwammwe mulungi nnyo kuba giri simanyi emirala slogan abawunyira bubi oba abalumya embuto nanga ne mugaye gye gyaffe gye tukola ki gye tukola.
Investment in trees is a long-term investment, and an outgrower will often have challenges in the short term and they need to access money. Under Forest for Prosperity, we're beginning to see some light because we have partnered with the Opportunity Bank in Uganda for them to provide financial services, financial literacy training and loans to community associations, and we are discussing with them within that umbrella how outgrower trees can form part of that list of acceptable securities.
This machine, I got it in way of a loan through New Forest Company. And this helps us so much, even the community. And it has changed my life and even my family, so that they get something for education and even to earn some other things as a family. And even the community comes here to get a good type of food because of electricity.
A kilogram of maize on a maize mill that is running on grid power is about 1/3 of the price that you pay when you're milling maize on a machine that is being running on a generator. And that immediate differential in price is reflected immediately in the price of that foodstuff at whatever locality you're in. And therefore the impact on basic rural households is of the absence or presence of electricity is something that is felt immediately. We want to see the change that we will see at Kirinya, at Waka Waka, where electricity has finally reached a landing site. We want to see that change, that opportunity, that transformation in Chikando as well.
We meet and share our challenges and cherish our successes. We support one another to stand the stress and stigma and the problems and all sense friends. We build our skills and values through crafts and games and talks we hold time to time. So we share together, laugh together, sing together, play together as we are. We're on the move, oh, oh. The Girls Club of Forest High School, Chikanda. We're up to fight for our rights. We stand so far, we'll never stop. We'll never stop. We speak it out. We speak it out. We will fight with assertiveness. We'll never fear. We are so strong, so strong, stronger than many men. The boys with us support our noble cause. With confidence we shall fight to protect our values and exploit the potential in us. Thereafter we shall excel and come to the top of it, and the world shall realize the sons of a God. And the world shall realize the sons of a God.
Planting trees is not a choice that can be debated. The country needs its forests. So it is clear that forests are a necessity for the country. It is not a luxury that we can easily import once things go wrong. I believe in it. New Forest is not just a job. I'm a Ugandan too. And not all of us have the luxury of getting on a plane and relocating somewhere else. So we've got to make things work here. You know, we have to make this thing work here.